One more, because I felt that it's important to touch on this as well. Because I didn't touch on this in the last video. And this is very important. This is very important. So all the riots in LA and all that stuff going on, it's not like people acting like they're so surprised. We told you this. We told you this in 2020. We told you. You think that's just going to happen in LA? Nope. We told you. Every inch and every square ground of this country will be turned into a battleground for war. But see, what we didn't tell you is who's going to be the victims and the targets of that war. And this time around, it will not be the Negroes. It will be literally every other race and every other nationality of people but the Negroes. So, casing, and I was going around, like I do, going on scoops and listening to the video. You heard this, saw this white dude talking about, oh, you blacks won't help the Latinos and all those people go out there and march and they're going to come for you next. Sir. And it's funny because I'm here to tell the white people, no, you came for us in 1492. You came for us in 1302. You came for us when you came for us in Europe. When you came for us in Spain and Greece and France and Ireland and Germany. And you killed off all the original blacks of those people. And you brought your pasty selves in those lands and pretended to be those people. You already came and you failed. You came for us during slavery. You failed. You came for us during Jim Crow. You failed. You came for us through the Reconstruction. You failed. You realize that God, the Most High God of Abraham, told you that you're not going to be able to do anything with His people. No matter how hard you have tried for 500 years, 400 plus years to do with His people as you will, you have not been able to do anything with His people. His people, matter of fact, are surpassing you in population, surpassing you in intelligence, surpassing you in strength, surpassing you in economical power, surpassing you in spiritual power, surpassing you in everything. The head is becoming the tail, and the tail is becoming the head. And black people don't have to do anything for the Latinos or the Mexicans or any of those people, because they're not the real Latinos, they're not the real Mexicans, they're not the real Spaniards any fucking way. They're nothing more but a bunch of brown, white bastards that thought they were special. And now the God of Abraham is letting them know that they're dogs, and that the only people that He loved was His people, as He said time and time again. The reality is going to hit in for all you people, what we've already been saying, and what we've already been saying for years and years and years and years. The Lord only loves one people on the face of this earth, as it said in Scripture. For you are the people that are the only family that I have known among all the families and among all the tongues and among all the kindreds on earth. You are the only family and the only people that I have known. See, y'all spent all your time trying to pretend to be those people. But you fail to realize that those people outlive you. Those people outlive your race. Those people have outlived everything that you have done since you came out of the caves and since you brought your pasty selves upon the wrong land in 1492. So it's now time for all you fake nations, you Latinos and Mexicans and Hispanics, all you fake nations or white people who pretended to be black. You only act and pretend to be black when it's convenient. But just like the God of Abraham, we know who the true people are based off the hair. We know who the true people are based off the blood. We know who the true people are, and you are not them. So therefore, everything that was done to the Negro people shall and will be done to all of you other races that has benefited from the white man. Especially you Hispanics and you Mexicans. You try to act like you're a minority. You're nothing but a bunch of white rape babies. You have been white since the moment you've been in this country, and you are white to this day. Now the white man is turned against you because you are nothing more but a sand monkey, a sand nigger. You ain't even as good as the original nigger. You ain't even as good as the nigger. you are less than. And that's the truth of this matter, because you Hispanics, you Latinos, you thought you were better than the Negro, and the white man is just letting you know you're below him. You're below us. You always have been and always will be. And the sad part about it is you kiss the white man's ass more than a black man. You wipe his ass more than a black man ever has. And you're still below the Negro. That's why you want to be niggas so bad. But you forget that you can never be God's people. The truth reigns. The truth is more important. The truth means more and weighs more than your feelings. The truth weighs more than your beliefs. The truth weighs more than your opinions. The truth weighs more than what you think. It's not what you think, it's what it is. And what it is what the records say. And what the records say is that you are nothing.
Clear the lane, please. That's not how bowling works.
Just a minute! Rory, listen, because they're about to put me in bowling jail. It's possible.
The God of Abraham already said it. He said, for the nations are a drop of a bucket to me. For the nations are spittle unto me. What does spittle mean? Puh. That's what the God of Abraham said about you nations. He said you nations are, you ain't nothing but a drop of spit. Nothing.
Here comes the strike.
He told you who his people were, and he told you who his nation was. And those are the Negroes and the 12 tribes of the Negroes who were taken as captive over 400 years ago, whose lands were stolen and stripped down, whose names were taken, whose languages and identity was taken by those Mexicans and those Hispanics. Those Mexicans, those Hispanics talk about that they made L.A. No, you didn't. L.A. was created by the Negroes, the real American Indians, and it was stolen by you Hispanics and you Mexicans because you were under white men's law. You are white men. So the white man stole the land and split it up among his sand monkeys. And that's where you Hispanics and Mexicans come in, because you're nothing more but a bunch of sand apes. That's all. You're nothing compared to the original Negro, and you would never be the original Negro. You would never think like him. You would never dance like him. You would never fuck like him. You would never be like him. You would never age well like him. You would never do anything like the Negro. No matter how hard you people tried, and you've been trying for 500 years. So hard. But as I said in the last video, the roosters are home and they're hatching. The rooster has come home. Destruction and death upon all of you nations. That includes you Mexicans and Hispanics as well. Because the God of Abraham ain't forgot that Mexico ain't yours either. It's the Negroes. That's why you can't go back to Mexico. That's why they're doing all that rioting and all that stuff in L.A. waving Mexican flags. Because Mexico ain't even their land either. See, as bad as America has treated the Negro has never done what you white heathen savages do to your own so-called country when you don't get your way. You bombed Negroes, you flooded, you burned, you lynched, you hung, and yet we still want to serve your military and go work in your jobs and go build your kingdom.
We didn't have any napkins, and so you just used your shirt.
So those Mexicans and those people in LA rioting, they all deserve to be shot and killed. Rounded up and killed, because that's what you did to the Negro. See, it's amazing how much patience you have when the people look like you. But if there was Negroes out there rioting and looting, they would have been dead. So kill them motherfuckers in LA. Tell them to go get a college education, they get a job, and shut the fuck up. Pull yourself up by your bootstrings. The same thing you tell the Negro, now the Negroes are telling you people the same thing. Shut up. It ain't that bad. What you crying for? It's amazing to me, people with minimum education, minimum wage education, minimum wage work ethic, minimum wage thinking want more than that. Fuck out my face.